Black Myth Wukong has become one of the biggest single-player games of all time, cementing itself in the history books. There's a million reasons why this happened, but for me, one of the reasons is Wukong, or rather the myth behind the character. As you play, you learn Wukong's feelings and motivations. You find out what his main goal was, why he once again rebelled against the Celestial Court, and why he died a mortal death. It all boils down to one word: freedom. Freedom for himself and freedom for all creatures. In this video, we're going to talk about Wukong's quest for freedom.
Now I see. For someone like me, staying alive is enough to be a transgression. Brother, watch my back while I go play with him.
Among you, there might be one who is destined. One that shall recover all his scattered relics. And upon the return of the relics, he may yet rise again.
We all know the basics of Wukong's story. The monkey born of stone who angered the gods, placed under a mountain for 500 years till a monk arrived, offering a journey to the west. On this journey to retrieve the scriptures in India, he had to wear a headband. If he goes out of control, the monk can activate the headband, causing Wukong immense pain and pretty much paralyzing him. Once the journey was finished, Wukong's headband was removed, as he received the title Victorious Fighting Buddha.
Sun Wukong, when you defied the Celestial Court, I had to seal you beneath the mountains with my immense power. Yet, after enduring punishment, you embraced the dark, uplifted good against evil, and subdued Yaoguais throughout the journey.
However, the headband being removed was a ruse by the gods. Although it showed it was going away, it was always there all along, making Wukong a slave to the gods.
What does it matter if you become a Buddha? That headband has always been on your head.
Wukong in Black Myth thought if he continued to serve the Buddha and the court, they would eventually give him the freedom he wants, all Yaoguais.
The way I saw it, with enough merit and a position before the Buddha, they would leave me be, and all of you as well. Find a master and serve the right. It's the only path left for the likes of us. Don't you understand, brother?
But he realized no matter what he did, no matter the service, no matter how long he was under them, Wukong and those below would never be free. He understands this, but obviously doesn't agree.
All I ever wanted was a life in my mountain, free from you and your so-called merits. Those high above don't trust me. I understand that. And they send you and those knuckleheads to threaten me, to obey and serve once more.
Within the lore pages of Black Myth Wukong, there's evidence that he willingly gave up his immortality to live a simple life. Rather than being praised in heaven, eating all he could, living in royalty and pretty much for forever, he longed for a life in the mountains, away from the gods. We know this because in an unlockable portrait of Wukong himself. After you beat the game, you can see a conversation he had As they were drinking together in heaven, Wukong started speaking about his life as if looking back with some regret, asking about all the Yogwais they killed together, asking is it okay for them to be eating all of this food and drinking all they can while others eat less. And most importantly, he asked if they can just leave heaven, for him to go back to the mountain and his boar friend to go back to the fields. His friend replied angrily in his drunken state, why would he go back? If he goes back, he'll just be put to work again. After the two resumed their drinking, before he blacked out, he hears Wukong before Wukong walks off saying, immortality is not for me. We hear in the intro fight in the game, Wukong said creatures have destroyed themselves over immortality.
The victorious fighting Buddha. Have you any idea how many would give their everything for immortality?
Immortality? For that word, all realms and beings have ruined themselves.
Although immortality was something Wukong really wanted at the very start of his story, now he realizes it's pointless. All he wants to do is live a simple, mortal life in his mountain, but the headband and the celestial court don't want to lose their control over the great sage. In order to truly get rid of the headband and enjoy a life free from the gods, he must challenge the celestial court once again. But Wukong knows he can't defeat the celestial court on his own. With the headband holding him back, there's no freedom. However, Wukong has a plan to combat the headband and finally be free of it.
What does it matter if you become a Buddha? That headband has always been on your head.
Keep those eyes wide open. Watch me rip it off and break free.
It's Wukong's plan to die a mortal death here. As one of his reincarnations, the Destined One will gather all of his relics and become Wukong incarnated. The good and bad endings of the game reflect this. As the player, the Destined One accepts the headband because he's taking up Wukong's name, as Wukong has worn it before. So the Destined One decides to wear it. However, if you get the Mind Relic, he does not accept the headband. This is because the Mind Relic has all of Wukong's experiences. After beating the shell of Wukong, he finally experiences Wukong's life through the Mind Relic, and what he sees is Wukong's fight for freedom. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was a very quick explanation, but it's honestly why I love Wukong in this game, and why I love the path of the Destined One, which is pretty much us, the player. I have a lot more to say when it comes to Black Myth Wukong, as I absolutely love and adore this game, and the world really shows that they love the game as well. Thanks so much for your support and for you watching. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys and girls for listening. Deuces.